may delete later. Man's a bit nervous, you know. So I posted a video, you might not like it, and this is my thing about 2023. If you don't like it, please just leave. No one is forcing you to stay in my space. We are all about authenticity in 2023. Hi. So I have been inspired by Raji. So Raji Osan, I can't pronounce it properly. Just did a live about, you know, going offline off of Instagram, and she's just come back. And I thought, do you know what? I have not come on and just dropped it like it's hot. So I'm just going to give you all a little bit of real talk about what's been going down. So I've posted my reel and I've done my little tutti putti Punjabi, and you know, people are going to have a thing to say about it. And there's all this like beep out there about, you know, authenticity, and there are accounts that you're blatantly following that you do not feel, you don't like, you question, maybe you're hating, maybe you're jealous, so many things that you're probably feeling. And my message for today is just block, delete, leave, like just go. It's cool, it's fine. I have spent most of my life people pleasing to the point where I just showed up in relationships so inauthentically. And I had a huge wound with female relationships thanks to like certain stuff in my childhood and my past. So I would just show up in relationships, people pleasing, and the people weren't getting me. They were not getting like who I actually am, because I wouldn't say what I truly thought because I just wanted to be liked by them. So the point of this is so much has gone down in 2023, and I'm just at that point, like here I am, this is it, like I'm just gonna drop my mission. If you are for my mission, please stay, jam, it's a good ride. You will always get my truth, my honest truth. If I say something and a week later I have a different view, that isn't because I'm inauthentic, that's not because I have lied. Literally, it's because I probably changed my mind or I had a growth spurt. I will always just drop on here what I think and what I feel. I have never, ever been about likes and talking about things that are gonna... Well, actually, do you know what? I might have put out information because of my nutrition background that I think that you want to hear and that you want to see, which sometimes I'm like, oh, fine. Is that what people want? They want to talk about weight loss? I'll do it. But it's never in an inauthentic way. Like, I'm not a liar. I would never come on and lie. So this like honest rant, whatever you want to call it, may delete later post, is about my mission is giving you the best tools to live your most authentic, fulfilling life. And if that's because you want to lose weight and you want to change your body, that is your prerogative, and I will hold your hand and I will support you through that. If you're on my page and you just feel some kind of way about me, it's cool. Just leave, unfollow. I will never take it personal. Like, we outgrow pages that we follow. We outgrow ideas and thoughts and theology, right? It's okay, like that's normal. What I don't want is people just to be there, like in the sidelines, watching my page, my posts, getting triggered, feeling some kind of way, want to cuss on me, but you're not going to cuss on me. It's okay to unfollow pages. And I'm really, really learning that myself from being this huge people pleaser, hating on myself, thinking, why don't I like them? Oh, it's something wrong with me. Or they trigger me because I have got healing to do, which is kind of partly true, but not always. So, Manfrey, I love you so much. Sonia, I love you. I genuinely know I have a really sick, hardcore, ride or die community. Like, we've got each other's backs. Like, we are all up in the DMs. We exchange messages. We have really real talk. People know they can trust me. People know that whatever you share with me is not going anywhere. Oh my God, it's so lovely to see so many familiar names. But 2023 has taught me some serious lessons. And when I say people pleasing led me to be inauthentic in female relationships, it caused a lot of problems. And there was equal measure. Like, no relationship breaks because of one person. It's usually two-handed. And it just put me on this kind of spiral of negative rebirth. Like negative in the sense that I had to go do some shadow work. I don't know if you know what shadow work is, but it's literally looking yourself in the mirror and owning all parts of yourself. It's not like coming on here and giving you toxic positivity. It's about like dark parts of you where, like I said, I was not being authentic. I was basically being a people pleaser and giving people what I thought they wanted to hear and just trying to rescue and trying to save. Damn, I have learned my lesson. You will just deplete of energy doing that, which I did. So I stepped back. Coincidentally, I started my NHS health coaching role, which is kind of why I started on this rant. I just knew I was drawn to apply to this role. It took from July until January to actually start my role. And along that process, I was like, oh, they're going to make me get vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated. They're going to make me jump through certain hoops, which I'm not willing to do. And God just watched over me. God was literally like, nah, babe, you got to do this. We're going to like remove all those blockages and pathways. So yeah, we didn't need to be vaccinated. None of that BS mattered. Like whatever your views are on that, my view is mine. I don't enforce it or push it on other people. I started this health coaching role and it's literally blown my mind. Like we serve in a really non-clinical way. We are not directive as NHS health and wellbeing coaches. We just hold space. This is what it's like. We hold space. You can go in and you can talk about anything. Finances, relationship issues, the environment that you live in, work stresses. When we go in as a health coach to the NHS, we think, oh, it's going to be all about diabetes, weight loss, cholesterol. And it's really not. Health coaching in the NHS is a really holistic approach. And it's the way that my page was changing. And it's why you might have seen a difference in what I do. Thank you, Simran, so much for your support here, online, offline. Like, I really, really value you. I really value my Insta fam, like my community. So you can go into your GP practice, see if they've got an NHS health coach, and go to them for any duk or suk that you want to talk about. Anything. And that's what we do, hold space. We do not tell you what to do. We do not direct the conversation. We allow you to pick the things that matter and to then take action for them, for those, in a way that feels authentic and aligned to you. Why this is so important is you couldn't make this stuff up. When I applied in July, I'm thinking I'm going to use my nutrition diploma. You know, I'm going to support people with that really methodical like weight and health, but it's not like that. Now, the clinical setting, the GP practice may have different views, but actually I want for every South Asian person to have access to this service because our people really need it. Our people don't go to therapies. They don't go to counseling. They don't go and seek talking therapies. All of a sudden, you've got these health coaches with access to a literal dial-in translator where your mama, baba, papaji, mummiji, anybody can go in and just talk about, well, actually, I'm having a really difficult time with my daughter-in-law. She's really pissing me off. Oh, meri jari no ana, maine bahut tang kar diya. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. The health coach will just hold space like this. And then they might ask, if it's me, I'll speak in Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi. I'll literally just say to the person, you know, Mr. X or Y, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ important are. Sometimes I don't know the words. I just throw in an English word. No, I'm saying like just drop it in there because I don't know the word. And I'll just sit there like, and it's okay because I'm not meant to be this polished and perfect human being iBot. I'm not an iBot, but I'll literally say to them, आप बताओ आपके लिए क्या चीज़ है, क्या important चीज़ है. Like, what is it that's important to you that you want to work on? And they will literally tell me. There's been tears. There's been talks about, having boundaries with, I don't want to speak to my mum that much anymore. Like, I've realized that when I get off the phone to my mum, I'm really anxious, I'm really worked up. And it can be anything. And at that point I say, तुसी एक चीज बताओ, तुसी, क्या चीज कर सकते this week? Like, what can you do this week that is going to help you? And they will naturally come up with it. First, second, third appointment, they might not, but that's not for us. We don't force them to pick a goal, pick an action, get smart. And it doesn't matter how long it takes to what we call elicit the story. We're just there, we hold space. In this clinical setting, they might be more prone, more motivated, more encouraged to come and see us, right? So whatever it is, just go find out from your practice. If there's a health coach, and if your parents, grandparents, anyone that you know is struggling, just get them to book in and just give it a go. And I hope it's a good coach that they hold that space. Does it go on the medical records? So it's 100% confidential, like anything else on medical records. And I've seen everything, erectile dysfunction, warts, sexual diseases, birth control. I've seen everything on medical notes. So anything and everything on those medical systems, we use a system called EMIS, is 100% confidential. It's only accessible via approved, GDPR, DBS checked individuals like myself that are working in the practice, and we only have access to as much as we need. So we would input information onto that system, but we do not write paragraphs and paragraphs. As a health coach, I will literally put on my own system notes more detail in terms of tracking and monitoring. But in terms of the NHS medical system, we keep it so brief, because when GPs are in with your parents, your family, or with you, they have 10 minutes. They cannot wade through, a paragraph of information that health coaches put against someone's medical records. So in terms of the NHS system, we keep it really brief so that the GP has enough information that they know what we are doing with our coachees and our patients, so that they can get the best out of their GP appointments with that patient, and that we can still do the work that we're doing on the side. Now, this whole role of health coaching is to bring down that stress on the NHS system, because so many things are not clinical. Your parents, the things that we are experiencing, my weight gain, this shit is not all medical. It's stress, it's environmental, it's financial. And the GP with 10 minutes does not have enough time to explore that. So health coaches have a longer duration to work with our patients so that we can elicit the story. We can give them a safe space to talk. And that may take a few, meetings, because to be fair, one of my talents is to build trust, because literally, family ride or die, it's good, we're good. So if they feel that they trust you, quite quickly they'll share with you. But if they don't, they might not. But that's the point. We'll hold space until they do. We know a problem halved is a problem shared. No, a problem shared is a problem halved. So could you imagine giving this gift to your family, to your grandparents, to your mum? Back to the point. I literally trusted the process. I trusted the universe. I have loved it. I've been there for 6 months. I'm really loving everything about the diversity of my role. Today I had a Tamil translator. I was meeting with a patient who didn't speak a word of English, and we had a consultation with our translator over the phone, and God, it just felt meaningful that I could then follow up those actions and get this person the support that they needed, because I alone was not that support. So what I would really encourage you to do is just start listening to your inner self, your higher self, your inner voice. Block, mute, unfollow, whatever you need to. Stop caring what other people think. And I'm still on that journey. It's not really easy, but I'm doing it with you. Start to be more honest with yourself. Start to be more truthful with yourself. And that way you'll be able to show up more truthfully and authentically in your friendships. So this is me giving you permission to unfollow, block, or mute me if you need to. But also, I am going to put my posts up in Tutti Putti Punjabi, in whichever way I so feel fit. But for me, the mission is now to get as many South Asians supported with their mental and physical health as possible. That doesn't always look like weight loss. It doesn't matter to me what it looks like, as long as each individual has an opportunity to live their life in the most fulfilling and happy way, and that looks different for everyone. And on that note, I'm going to share my very happy experiment to go on the swing today, because it was a promise I made to myself and my coach about adding more fun and moments of fun in my life, because I kind of feel like I lost so much of my fun self in these last 2 years. Like, running a business is really hard. I feel like I lost a lot of my fun self. And so I thought that fun self was, drinking, staying up late. But actually, no. Fun is so much more about connecting with self. And for me today, it was just sitting on the tree swing in my pajamas, which I'm also wearing right now, to do this live. Thank you for showing up. Please go back and watch it. I'm talking about my mission and just sharing, why you should block, mute and delete people you don't want to follow, and just encouraging you to be as honest and truthful to yourself above and beyond anybody else. Prioritize you, because you are all that you have, and you're the only person that's going to prioritize you. No one's going to come and do that. You've got to do it. I love you. See you soon. Where do I end this? How do I end this? I don't even know how to end a live anymore.